Hey guys, it's Viewmasters Reactions, and we're back with Mighty Nein Time, episode 121, Ice and Fire. We just finished the Patreon Hour exclusive. I shaved 2 or 3 minutes off the end of it, even though it was over an hour at that point. I did a lot of talking in the beginning and the end, but it was a great episode. A lot of dialogue. We were talking in the beginning for the first 30 minutes. Lucien was telling us a lot of things. I didn't think he would be so open, but we were asking questions and he was answering them. He was also asking us several times, what is it that you plan to do about all this? Where are you going? What's your angle here? And we weren't really telling him. And he just kept telling us things. Jester just kept asking questions. He would literally flat out say, what do you guys plan on doing about what we're up to, the Tomb Takers? And Jester would just be like, yeah, what's this about? What's that about? Totally ignore the question. And Lucien kind of just kept rolling with the punches and telling us things. Talked about this book, talked about the Somnovum, piecing him back together, how he couldn't figure out the last 2 chapters of this book or something like that, how the book was more so a journal than anything of a woman. I don't know if we ever got the name or confirmed who it was. I was thinking it was Doragna or something, had something to do with something. But either way, there was a lot of mystery and encryptedness behind it, but we were getting answers. Also finding out things about Lucien. Like we even brought up the whole dick moment with the eggs way back when in the beginning of campaign 2. He had to laugh himself. Well, that was the vessel I'm part of, and I mean, it is what it is, but that isn't who I am now. The last 30 minutes, all of our conversations basically revolved around relationships, and Lucien the entire time, we kept eyeing him up, we kept asking, is Lucien still watching? Didn't blink or crack once, and for 8 straight hours was watching us, just watching us from where he was sitting, which wasn't too far. We at one point even said, you listening to us? You listening to us? And he was like, yeah, he even went like this, I can't hear. I'm pretty sure Liam commented, I think this I can't hear shit is bullshit. I think he hears everything. I hope he could hear what we're saying, because I was saying during the Patreon hour, if I was him and I couldn't hear what was going on, it would appear to me like Yasha is the go-to leader of everything, because Bo took her off to the lava. Now we know as a group that it was to go on a date. Then Veth took her out to the lava, which was to basically just be mischievous about her and Bo's date and to kind of cock block, so to speak, or be funny in Veth's own way or Sam's own way. Jester and Yasha had to do, a 2-hour guard, so to speak. We all take our shifts. Jester and Yasha had a moment, and then they were talking about it. If I was Lucien and I couldn't hear what was going on, I'd be like, all right, I got to keep an eye on this Yasha girl, because everybody is having in-depth conversations about something, and that something is just silliness with her and Bo. Jester also told Yasha about her and Ford. Every conversation involved either Yasha and Bo, or Veth and Yasha, or Ford and Jester. And the Veth and Yasha thing is just silly in its own way. I was also saying during the Patreon hour, am I crazy to think that Veth wouldn't have probably done the things she's doing if we didn't have the inside information we have? I feel like Sam is just being mischievous in general and trying to be as funny as possible, because I feel like if we didn't know the information we knew, why would Veth be doing these things? But it's funny, and I don't care, and I don't mind it. Let's just jump in, because the way we ended it was we all woke up, and Lucien gave a look to Kree, and Kree went over and read off a scroll, and it bamfed into nothingness. And he said we got 10 minutes. So group up, and that's where we ended it. So let's jump in. You guys want to see more of what I do? In the description of every video is a link for Patreon. You'll see the Patreon hour exclusive for every episode of Campaign 2. You want your own requested show or movie? There's a link in the description. You could ask me to do so. That's how we get thousands of exclusives. Peaky Blinders, Doctor Who, Person of Interest. We just started Winona Earp, The Shield, House of the Dragon started. That'll probably be up on YouTube too. Delicious and Dungeon just ended. Jackie Chan movies every month, thousands. Full unedited in the description, link for Patreon. If not, Campaign 2, episode 121, the Mighty Nein Time.
Kree's looking up at the sky.
And this Kree looking up at the sky. What is
right
going
at that
on?
point, you look up and you can see clouds beginning to gather.
Oh, so this is what she read.
Darken.
Oh, you needed a storm, huh?
Indeed.
We needed a storm. Okay.
I made one.
That's impressive.
Kree
Can you do
made
it
a
again, or
storm.
was that the scroll?
Just the one time.
Oh, bummer.
All right.
And over
That
time,
was
over
the
the next
scroll.
10 minutes,
Nifty.
a light snowfall.
That's
begins to
why
drift from the now dark
Lucien
cover
said
of
we
gray
got 10
sky
minutes.
above. And as the snow falls onto the flames
Oh,
below,
it makes us opaque.
just like the snow you had tossed, it begins to gather. And
So
you
we
see
could walk
patches
across
of
the
snow
lava.
that block the glow from beneath, giving almost leaping stones.
Oh boy.
And then as more time passes, it seems to be coating the river.
They called upon a storm to cross the river
You see
of
like the
lava.
heavy pouches set up now with Zoran carrying the large pouch. Otis carrying his objects clinking around inside his, well, hers, I guess would say, over the shoulder.
Very cool.
And you watch as they all kind of prepare themselves and go, all right. I think it's time we travel. But let's do it quietly. You see, best we step gingerly. Fiery spirits sometimes wade in this burning stream.
Right.
Cool.
Be
Hope you brought
quiet.
your quiet shoes.
Brought your quiet shoes.
You have quiet shoes?
I have passed without a trace.
Hey, that's
That's a
good.
quiet shoe.
That's good.
That is a quiet shoe.
So,
So
if
to
we're going
speak.
to be moving now, anyone that would want to join us should move quickly.
Yeah, I mean, we're all going together for it.
Yep, anyone that would want to follow.
It's us.
mean, that's
Don't
all of
worry.
us.
We want to go.
Yeah.
All right, let's search for a way down the embankment. And with that, you all begin scouting along the edge of the cliff face that leads down into this river of lava. It doesn't take more than 20 minutes or so before you find what looks to be a bit of a jagged path that eventually leads to the surface. And at this point now, the snow has been gathering where you can occasionally see bits of the orange glow breaking through, but now it's just this like slow moving powder.
Wow.
As you kind of begin to step down in kind of a single file path formation to the bottom, watch as Lucian goes and takes out a little, looks like a smooth stone. Not quite sure what it is, and he takes it and throws it out, and it hits the snow. And the snow just kind of puffs a little bit. Sticks his foot out, and it crunches in the snow. Kind of feels a bit. Looks back at you all with a smile. Does a leap. Right. Right.
Be quiet. Yeah, you gotta be quiet.
This guy.
Follow up.
So we're gonna
He
go
begins to step
leaping,
out one by one.
but after you screamed right.
The tomb takers begin to kind of make their way into the center of the lava.
I
river,
would
waiting for
definitely
you all to catch
let
up.
them lead.
Let's go.
You do
shall
not
we?
want to go falling through the
will
lava.
cast pass without a trace on us.
Okay, how many people can you affect with that?
7? 6?
Let me look.
Should I do underwater breathing?
I feel like it was-
Before we
I
go
feel like it
out
was like
there,
You're within
6.
30 feet of me.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
Oh,
so you're getting you guys and the tomb takers?
No, just us.
Okay, you got it.
Oh boy.
before we go out there, should we leave a note for our wheeled friend or anything? Anything that we need to tell him? I guess we could always message him.
within 30 feet, though. That means we all got to stay
probably-
pretty close
I'm
together.
thinking about leaving something in the
Is
lava.
weight
or
going to
no?
be a factor, jumping from puff to puff?
Like a
I'm casting a water walk on myself and protection from energy. So,
Okay. How long does protection from energy last?
an hour?
Okay.
We were talking about dumping the.
Yeah, like 30. I mean, 30
But
feet
it's not the
is
same
a
anymore,
distance, 30
yeah.
feet radius. But you do got to stay somewhat close.
Can't do it.
I'll summon the Star Rays as well, just to have it out.
You got it. Blade is there in your hand. Faint glow lighting you up.
30 feet.
Just right off the edgeway now.
It's
the
roughly
5
10
tomb takers,
yards.
They're looking and kind of
Look
waiting
at a football
expectantly.
field, the 10-yard line.
Oh, well,
We
On
got
the
to stay
river or
within the
No,
10-yard
they're on the river.
line.
It's a
And
long
there
way
are
to
7
cross,
of
but you
us.
guys are
So, I
moving
mean, that's
together. Like a mile
kind of
across,
tight
right?
for 7
Yeah.
people.
A little over a mile.
If you're,
All right, I'll follow them.
jumping from
Yep.
place to
Okay.
place, it's still doable.
So there'll be 4 lengths to this journey. For the first length, I need everyone to roll a communal stealth check.
Communal
I want to
stealth
use,
check.
Yes.
my transmuter's ability to not burn a spell slot, but I'm going to turn into a white ermine or white winter weasel.
Okay.
A white
Okay.
winter weasel.
Plus 10.
If you'll be doing that, will you be riding on one of your friends then?
If I have to, I was thinking it would be small and light on the snow.
That's true. You still have to make a stealth check for your weasel form. Yes, you can do that. Okay.
All right.
So
28.
28.
28.
Nice.
Ooh.
We got the same.
One. A
Natural
1.
one. Got it. Okay.
Natural 1 as
35.
a weasel.
26.
Okay.
21.
Okay.
34.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Fucking weasels, man.
Everyone rolled great except the weasel.
Just
Everyone's.
plus 10. Okay.
Okay. Some decent rolls all around. The first quarter of the journey, you all quietly kind of gathered together.
I
though
mean,
still
everyone
two
rolled great. I mean,
slightly
granted, we're
separate
getting plus
crews
10.
Stepping, the snow falling around you every now and then.
And it was a communal
Some
roll,
of the snow
so.
will separate as the embankments pull, because the lava flow beneath does not have a continuous flow. It shifts and changes as parts cool and break. And occasionally you'll just see like an orange glow appear to the right of you, and you have to kind of carefully maneuver around. As the
Boy,
anxiety
you wanna-
builds.
Use your ring?
I mean, one false move,
You want me to like push
or
you in?
like
No, why test the
snow
merchandise?
breaks,
It was clearly
you would
what
be
I
like
never-
instantly dead almost. You'd go
Now
right
for
into the
the
lava, or shot
Second
with lava.
length of this, as you begin to make your way towards the
It'd
center
definitely be some intense damage.
of this river. Everybody make another stealth check.
I'm gonna assume that one is the weasel almost going in and going.
Trace,
They'll
keep up.
pick up
Hey.
somebody,
Natural
and
20.
Natural 20. Went from a natural 1 to a natural 20.
30.
And it stays
Alright.
up. Right?
Okay.
So it's 30. Yeah, natural 20. Got a 30.
27.
33.
30.
Yep.
39.
26 again.
31.
31.
26
Good
was
round
the
of rolls,
lowest.
and covered
26
quite well
was
for
the lowest. The
the Tomb
majority
Takers, who
over
did not
30.
have a good round that time. They took a few steps, and at one point you see some of the snow kind of crumples inward, and there's just a bright orange glow, and you see Otis kind of, and Zoran kind of grabs them by the scruff of the neck and pulls them back and sets it down.
Maybe we should
Which
have
one is
aided
carrying
them a
the-
little with
the threshold crest?
pass without a trace.
Yes, Zoran, who has the large pack
Big
on the
bag
back.
Soren.
Jester
only
made
pack
it a point to
seemed
be like, we're not
large
going to
enough and
pass without a
appears to be
trace the
full
tomb.
enough
I
to be
mean,
carrying
we're
it.
kind of working together. Maybe it would have been nice to assist them.
Be a shame if that backpack ended up in the water.
You guys now continuing to the center of this, and you've reached that midpoint where, looking front and back, it is an equidistant
Especially
journey.
if they know we
And
buffed
you see
ourselves
elements
and
of the river
didn't
kind of
help them. It would be a
shifting a
negative.
bit, more pockets begin to open, light begins to pour through.
Uh-oh.
But it seems to be working okay. If I could have everybody roll stealth checks again for the third
Third
length,
one. There's 4 lengths, he said. Third length. I mean, Pass Without a Trace is rocking right now. Travis looks excited. Travis is dancing his ass off over there.
26.
Nice.
26.
Money.
24.
Okay.
17.
41.
41.
20. Total.
Right.
Yes.
31.
31.
30.
All right.
Nice,
17
okay.
and 20 are the bottom. Not bad at all, though.
Oh no.
Uh-oh. Tomb Takers.
Unfortunately,
Tomb Takers did something bad.
You had to roll a 45.
it was like a pretty decent group DC. Twice in a row, the Tomb Takers had a terrible round. There was a natural one in there that also skewed it heavily in a bad place. But as you all are carefully making your way across,
Do we lose a Tomb Taker?
one of the straps on Zoran's
We lose the pack.
kind of snaps and it swings a bit, and Zoran loses his balance and instead hits the ground with a heavy hit.
Oh, loud
Gets back up
noises.
quickly, and as he pulls up, the snow pulls off on the outside, and kind of the powder beneath that was being stepped on is a little bit now glowing with the orange. And there's a quiet moment as Lucy goes, shh, and you all just kind of tense up.
Loud noises still will affect us.
It's not us, Lucian.
That's why we should have passed without a trace them.
Right, I think we're okay.
Is it?
Let's keep going.
I think we're okay.
Caduceus,
Because it's going to affect us.
Beauregard.
It's never. I know
What do you
it's
guys
never
think?
good.
I
Me
definitely
too.
think Jester should have passed without a trace them.
As you all are walking forward, you've become familiar with some of these orange glows that begin to kind of break through as the flow shifts and the snow gets pulled apart. You watch as one pack of snow, a lot of orange begins to emerge. And you watch the snow begin to rapidly melt.
Something coming
And
out?
steam begin to rise. As you see a figure begin to drift up atop.
Something's
made
coming
of
out.
Roiling flame. That kind of like pops up like a gopher through its gopher hole, kind of to look at. And as you see, there's no features. It's just like an entity of fire, rolling and shifting. But you swear you see eyes, you see something glowing, and it kind of
Not
appears
good.
back below.
I grab Jester's arm and I pull her close to me, and I'll use my channel divinity to create marine layer.
Okay.
And a fog extends. Anybody within 5 feet of me is like obscured. So I'll just start reaching out and pulling like the team.
Well, everyone within 5 feet of you can still see. It radiates out for 20 feet from you.
Right, yeah.
Oh, right.
Oh.
Okay.
So
yeah.
20.
I'll
Okay.
gather close to Ford.
Yeah, just come here.
As we gather close, I'm just gonna say, hey, if this shit is going down, should we use it as an opportunity to take the other threshold crest and run?
No.
I'm just throwing it out there.
It's honestly not a bad idea. Do you think it's on his back? Do you think it's on Zora's back?
I don't think we make that move yet.
I'm saying this.
We don't know what we're dealing
quiet,
with.
Quiet.
I
The
like
weasel
the
stands up
thought,
on
but I
two
don't think we
hind
do
legs
that right
and then
now.
just goes and grows up.
I'm whispering.
Yasha, as you guys are having this conversation, you can't really see much because of the fog around you, except for the people immediately around you. And as you kind of take a step forward, your foot gets extremely warm.
Oh no.
And you glance down, and the snow where you were stepping has melted away, and you can see the orange globe behind, and you just pull your foot back. And as you look back into space, you see this kind of flaming face begin to peer up through
I
the
personally
molten
think we
rock.
should run.
And that's where we're going to take a break.
Oh, I was like, it's coming soon.
Damn it! How far into this river are we?
Third length.
You're about maybe 2/3 of the way across.
He said we're
Yeah,
on the
not
third
a good
length.
spot to get in a fight.
Oh, no. And I think the
So
fog
there's
could
one
actually
more
be like
length there. We
a
just rolled
danger.
for the third
always
length.
worked
2/3 makes
before.
sense. I mean, technically, we're
It's
3/4
gonna
through
be
because it's the third of
I
4
have
lengths.
opinions, but I'll wait.
Okay.
But we did already
I can
roll
drop
the
it, I
third
can
and
drop it.
kind of
Figure it
go
out.
a little,
Regardless.
so we're a little past, I guess.
Fog to dump in the.
3/4 would be 75%. 2/3 is 6. I feel like we're
Oh.
further
Yeah.
than 3/4 if we rolled
There, we have
already.
options. We have
There's
options.
I don't know. Either way,
We also have to protect Yasha's life.
Yes, that's it.
protect Yasha's
Okay.
life.
Well, we'll come back to this in just a moment and see what transpires.
2021.
See you guys here in a few minutes.
2021. All right, everybody, that is it for Mighty Nine time for episode 121. What a great 12 minutes. I don't know what you guys think, but as soon as Matt goes, so you're going to pass without a trace the Tomb Takers too, normally I'd think about it. But the second he said, we got to be quiet and being silent is a factor, you want to aid the people that are leading us too. I feel like by not pass without a tracing them, it led to what we're dealing with now, because he said it was the Tomb Takers that rolled incredibly bad twice in a row. There was a natural one. That is what made this all happen, because we were loud. Zoran fell, made a loud boom, and now we're dealing with fire creatures coming out of the lava. And we have a problem because they have a problem. We have a problem. It's just like goes hand in hand because they are leading us. Not to mention, I don't know if this is a thing, but do they know that we are buffed and didn't help them? And even if they didn't know, it would have been nice for us to buff them and be like, yo, just so you know, we could pass without a trace you. That gives you like a supreme advantage in a situation like this. I feel like getting in their good graces and making them think we are on board with helping them and being like team players would have been so much more advantageous than silently walking through it pass without a trace on ourselves and risking what ended up happening to become like a detriment to us by not having them have it. Either way, we are where we're at now and it doesn't matter. Am I wrong? I feel like we definitely should have. Jester immediately was like, no, don't do the Tomb Takers. To me, that would mean that we were thinking that we might have to jack their crest and run, like how Sam was just saying. We're in the fog right now and shit's going down. Should we grab Zoran's pack, take the crest and book, that I think is a horrible idea. We're dealing with people who have levels of power we don't even understand yet. They might have crazy abilities. We just saw Kree read off a scroll and create a storm. We know that Lucian is of some other worldly powers and abilities at this point. Why toy with it? Why put ourselves in that position? I don't think we should be doing anything like that until we fully understand, or at least understand a little more, what we're dealing with in the form of Lucian specifically, but the Tomb Takers as a whole. Do Pass Without a Trace. What have you got to lose? Unless you already dedicated yourself to pulling some sort of move, like they said. Bo is saying, let's run. Now, I'm not saying let's not run. I'm saying we probably should run, but we should run as a group and team up with the Tomb Takers. We still don't know so much, and Liam wants to read this book and everything. I don't know. You guys let me know what you think, but I loved that 12 minutes. He said about 2/3 of the way through, so we've got some distance to go. We're probably going to get a battle map at the beginning of the live stream coming up, and it is a short one. It's an hour and 15 minutes, one of the shortest yet. There's no time to give to the live stream, so we got to get 50 likes to get the extra 30 minutes of episode 122, which I hope we do. I'll post it as soon as I can. You guys want to see more of what I do? In the description of every video is a link for Patreon. You'll see the Patreon hour exclusive for every episode of Campaign 2. You want your own requested show or movie, and the link is the ability to do so. There's a tier level. You can ask me to watch anything you want. That's how we get Peaky Blinders, Doctor Who, Person of Interest, Winona Earp, The Shield, Jackie Chan movies every month. House of the Dragon just started season 2. Thousands of others, full unedited. Check it out. If not, comments down below, like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.